Happy draft week, Commanders fans. I'm your host, Jack Sperry, and welcome into the Commanders Report. And this week, a lot of hype surrounds Thursday night, which is, of course, day one of the NFL draft. But today we're going to be talking about day three, which is on Saturday, where I've got 29 projected mid to late day three draft prospects that I think could be sleepers that Commanders fans should be keeping their eye on this year. This week, we're doing a sub battle with our other Chat Sports channels here at Chat Sports. In the AFC or in the NFC East. The Cowboys Report currently have 41 new subs. Giants has 45. Eagles have 44. And we're just at a lowly 35 new subscribers. So let's take the lead right now and let's stay in the lead throughout the week here, guys. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already to help us win draft week here at Chat Sports. And, of course, we're going to have extensive Commanders draft coverage all throughout draft week. So if you don't want to miss a video, click that subscribe button and help us win the NFC East during draft week. Okay, now let's talk about some of the target positions that the Commanders can consider on day three of the NFL draft this year. We're going to be talking about wide receivers, running backs, offensive linemen, edge rushers, inside linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties, and we actually did a draft needs video, so breaking down these positions and why the Commanders need to add players at these given positions. So we'll put the link to that one in the comments and description of today's show if you want to check out our draft needs video. So we'll start with wide receivers here. And my favorite day three wide receivers, Kobe Hudson out of UCF. If you're looking for somebody on the other side of Terry McLaurin here to be a really good route runner, he's not going to impress you in terms of his combine testing. He's not very fast. And he's just not a combine warrior, but he's so technically refined. He's got fantastic footwork and great route intelligence and instincts. All right, so he understands how to read the leverage of the corner that's trying to defend him, and he knows how to beat him. Really good feet as well. Reliable catcher. I really like what Hudson brings to the table. So if you're looking for kind of a Z wide receiver that can be a reliable separator, even down the field for somebody that's not that fast, he's so good at setting up his corner that's defending him with double moves and stuff like that, where he can still get open down the field pretty consistently and does a really good job stacking his cornerback as well. Afton Chisholm III out of Eastern Washington is another guy to consider at the wide receiver position. Somebody that's a yak threat. F. Coop in the chat for pushing the graphic too early there. But Chisholm is somebody that's really good after the catch. A bunch of missed tackles. Was the number one graded wide receiver in all of college football last year. So if you're looking for another yak threat in this offense to go along with Deebo Samuel, Chisholm is somebody to consider. If you're looking for a true slot wide receiver, Jimmy Horn Jr. at Colorado, fantastic option in round 6 or round 7 this year. He's smaller, but, as a receiver, man, he is fast. He is shifty. He's a really good route runner. And, he does a really good job transitioning from catch to runner. And he does everything really fast. Super smooth player. He can be a downfield threat. Gets open consistently. Love what Jimmy Horn Jr. put on his tape at Colorado last year. And then Jordan Watkins out of Ole Miss, we've talked about on this channel quite a bit as well. Can play inside or outside. He's got some he's very competitive as a run blocker as well. Had some really big games for the Ole Miss running Rebs last year. Then we get to the running back position, and I do think day 3 is around where the Commanders could be looking to get a running back. Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler are both free agents next offseason, so they might be looking forward to the future at this position. Jaden Blue from Texas is somebody that's going to be more of a third down back, smaller, but good receiver with great long speed. Very similar profile for Trevor Etienne, who also adds the element of really great quickness, and his jump cut ability is phenomenal. Jordan James reminds me a little bit of Kyron Williams. Maybe not the best fit in the world for the Washington Commanders scheme. That's heavy shotgun. I think James would fit best in a wide zone system. The kid out of Rutgers, I'm not even going to try to say his last name as to not offend him. But Monagai, I hope I'm saying that right. But this guy's got machine gun feet, really great foot quickness, great vision, really good football player, but not the best long speed. He ran a 4.6, which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not high end. If you're looking for more of an explosive type of runner, Jarquez Hunter out of Auburn, really, really explosive player. Once he gets into the third and second levels of a defense, good luck trying to stop him. Taj Brooks out of Texas Tech, really productive player for the Red Raiders in 2024. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt out of Arizona, very underrated player, really played well at the Shrine Bowl this year. He was the Shrine Bowl MVP, and he was a standout in practice all week. Then Lan Larison out of UC Davis. He's a great receiver too, man. He can make one-handed catches. He has some great highlight type of plays on his film, and it was just unfair seeing an athlete like this play against the competition he was playing against. So really excited about Lan Larison as a potential UDFA even. Then on the interior or on the offensive line in general here, I love Jackson Slater out of Sacramento State, expected to be an early round 4 prospect or maybe round 5 prospect there out of Sacramento State. Had a great Senior Bowl. Carson Vincent out of Alabama A&M. Some really good physical traits that you get with him. He can play tackle or guard. Right now he's ranking 162nd on the consensus big board. Jalen Travis, very similar, really great physical profile, long arms. If he can develop, he's got the body type of a legit NFL starting left tackle. Willie Lampkin on the interior, really, really good technique. Long arms for a smaller body, which allows him to win the leverage battle consistently. You are not getting under the pads of Willie Lampkin. It's just impossible. So whether he's at center, whether he's at guard, I think he's one of the bigger sleeper prospects in this entire class. Issa Pohl out of Wazoo. I like some of the things he brings to the table as well, especially as a late round type of player. And then Thomas Perry, we've talked about on this channel a little bit, a center out of Middlebury, who really did a good job at the Shrine Bowl this year, currently ranked 371st on the consensus big board. So who's your guy? Let me know down there in the comments section. Who's an offensive sleeper that you really want the Commanders to draft this year? I'll let you guys know my list of sleeper prospects on the offensive side of the ball. And coming up here on Steelers Talk, or here on the Commanders Report, I'm going to be telling you guys about some defensive sleeper targets for the burgundy and gold moving forward in this year's NFL draft. But before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Mando Whole Body Deodorant. And spring is in the air, and the weather is definitely warming up around the country. And I'm most looking forward to taking my dog out for long walks and going to watch a ball game on the weekends with producer Joey or even my girlfriend Cassie. I'm looking forward to it even more because I've started using Mando Whole Body Deodorant because unlike some other deos I've tried, it actually can handle anything. Mando is safe to use anywhere on your body and is clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. Also, Mando's entire line of products are baking soda free, paraben free, and you can choose from a variety of fresh scents like Clover Woods, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, or my favorite, Bourbon Leather. Mando has a special offer for our new customers when you get $5 off on a starter pack with our exclusive code and link. Use code CHAT at shopmando.com. Again, that's code CHAT at shopmando.com. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers because it comes with a solid stick of deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash, or you could choose the deodorant wipes, which are highly recommended as well. Plus, you get free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you use code CHAT at shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando Whole Body Deodorant today. So a couple of edge sleeper targets here. You know, there's not a lot of them that I love on day 3, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, but David Walker out of Central Arkansas, we've talked about on this channel quite a bit, where Willie Lampkin is kind of smaller with kind of longer arms, and he wins the leverage battle consistently. David Walker is very similar coming out of Central Arkansas, where he is an explosive pass rusher that's built low to the ground. He can get around the edge. He's got some good bend, and then he's got some really great power, converting that speed to power. Can win with some finesse moves as well. He was unblockable last year at Central Arkansas, right? Consistent double teams, and whenever you put him one-on-one on anybody at that kind of level of college football, he was unblockable. I think he's got some physical traits that could potentially even turn him into a number 1 edge rusher someday because he is so hard to get your hands on because he is built so low to the ground, and he's got a bunch of different ways to beat you. I love David Walker, who currently ranks 127th on the consensus big board. And then Q Robinson, who on film looks like a first-round caliber talent, and I think that as a pass rusher, he can be a designated pass rusher potentially from day 1 for his new NFL football team. Now, he's a terrible run defender, so you can't put him on the field every down. It's got to be more of a kind of specific role that you have for Q Robinson. But at 195th overall on the consensus big board, that is absolutely a steal as far as I'm concerned for a guy as talented as Q Robinson. And then at the inside linebacker position, it's another position that I think just absolutely sucks in this class, guys. But the guy that I really do like on day 3 is Sean Dolak, undersized interior linebacker from Buffalo, who's just littered with awesome plays on film where, he's one of these guys where he's playing against a lower level competition, and his level of instincts, his ball skills for a linebacker are unbelievable. He's got a bunch of super fun plays on his film. And at 252nd overall in the consensus big board, he's undersized, comes from a smaller school. But we've seen guys from Buffalo, like Khalil Mack, turn into really great players in the National Football League. Not saying Dolak's going to be as good as Khalil, but he's certainly somebody that has good instincts and a good feel for the game. And I think that he's going to have a chance to be maybe a sub-package linebacker in the National Football League. At the cornerback position here, this is certainly a position that the Commanders need to address in the draft, in my opinion. On day 3, I like Kobe Bryant out of Kansas. He's undersized, but if you're looking for somebody that can maybe even play in the nickel, if you want to keep Mike Samerstroll on the outside long term, Bryant is a dog that loves to talk shit, and he is, he's very physical. For even though he's as thin as I am, all right. So he is not very well built, but he is made of the right stuff. Let's put it that way. Zoff Frazier out of UTSA. If you're looking for somebody to develop moving forward at the cornerback position, he's got some good measurables and some good testing. And some really long arms to work with. Justin Wally out of Minnesota is somebody that can play outside or inside, that is a big-time playmaker. A lot of interceptions with his time with the Golden Gophers, 4-year starter, a little bit limited in terms of his upside, but I think he can be a potential contributor for an NFL defense. And Tommy Hill, a good cover 2 defender, long arms, one of the best cover 2 defenders in the entire country last year for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Not a finished product, which is why he's 259th overall on the consensus big board, but definitely somebody to keep your eye on day 3. Then at safety, again, this is another position where I think the Commanders will probably go a little bit earlier because I think they do want a true starter safety early on in the NFL draft. But if they get to day 3, they still need to take one. R.J. Mickens out of Clemson had a really good finish to his college career at Clemson last year. Jalen Reed from Penn State, some great testing, and he's a ball hawk, very aggressive safety. Could go in round 5. Sebastian Castro, who played really, really well as a nickel 2 seasons ago for the Iowa Hawkeyes, then moved to safety. Played pretty well, but not as well as the season prior, which is why he dipped during this entire process. Not the best tester in the world, but a good football player. Then Craig Woodson from Cal, another very solid football player that I think is going to find a role for himself in the National Football League. So let's do it again here. Let me know an offensive sleeper that you're excited about. Now give me your defensive sleeper. Let me know down there in the comments section who your sleeper is and why you think the Commanders should keep their eye on him on day 3. That'll be it for today's edition of the Commanders Report by Chance Sports. Tomorrow, my list of round 1 draft targets for your Washington Commanders. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, hail to the Commanders.